Hey guys, how you doing? This is a 2002 Toyota Tundra with the 3.45 VZ FE motor. It's the V6. We've had a miss. We've changed spark plug coils. You'll notice this black one here, and then there's two new gray ones. It's been an intermittent miss, and I'm kind of throwing parts at it. I was gonna do some fuel injectors. I'm missing on cylinders 3 and 4. The way this one's set up is 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. So that means 3 and 4. So these two middle cylinders here were intermittently a problem. It kind of parallels weather. If it's colder out, it's been hard to pin down, but I did see some other videos with guys talking about fuel injectors that are failing. So I was considering doing that today, but before I did, I thought I'd pull out the spark plugs. Well, that turned into an ordeal. These spark plugs were in there for 100,000 miles or more, I think. They were very difficult to get out. I filled these ports, the valve covers, I filled them with penetrating oil and let them soak. And I've seen other videos where guys talk about getting the vehicle very hot to heat up the aluminum head. Well, let's be honest, I kind of got lazy and I didn't do that, and I pulled threads out. So take a look at this spark plug here. I pulled the threads out on cylinder number 2, which is the front on the passenger side. So what we're gonna do is, I purchased a kit. That's not supposed to look like that. I purchased a kit to put in a, basically it's like a Healy coil. Okay, so here's our spark plugs after being removed. I had to really muscle them out, even with penetrating oil. You'll notice a lot of rust had developed, as if water had gone down inside the ports. And I did it almost like when you're tapping something, when you're using a tap. I tightened them slightly and then loosened them. And then I would tighten them slightly and then I would loosen them. And I continued to be patient and work them. One of which, as I already stated, I didn't go so well. We pulled the threads out. So we purchased this kit here from O'Reilly's today. Part number W86910. W86910. This kit comes with these Healy coils. You'll notice they have like a textured or knurled edge up here. It also comes with a tap that's tapered, so you can go in there, tap it out. It's going to cut it over, obviously, over the size, the original size. And then get it, just shop vac out, get an air compressor and blow it out. Try and get as much debris out of there as you possibly can. Then you put these on your actual spark plug. You thread them down in there until they hit the knurled area, which it looks like it's the top 3 threads. And then you unthread that, and then you use this punch, and what that does, you'll notice it's slightly tapered, causes these to flare, the top 2 threads or so, to flare outward and seat and lock in place. I've been told to use orange RTV on these threads here, high temp silicone. So we're gonna get after it. Okay, so in this kit, it comes with a tap that takes a 19 millimeter, and the 19 millimeter is just too damn big to go down inside the sleeve of the valve cover to get down in there. So I got to grind it down so I can get down to an 18 or a 17 millimeter, so I can get this tap down inside there. So we're cutting threads now on our spark plug with our tap down in there. Backing it off. Going back in for another bite. We use a little redneck ingenuity here. Rig this up a 1/2-inch flex conduit so we can get down inside there and back out any other shavings that might be present also. Just a good little trick. All right, so we got our sleeve on here, which essentially is like a Healy coil. We got red high temp RTV on it. We're gonna go ahead and thread that in. After tapping out the cylinder head to a slightly larger thread, this specific thread. Okay, I think we're ready. We got her all back together. We got that sleeve set in there, all new spark plugs that were 240 some odd thousand miles old, never been changed. I think people who had it before me were afraid to get tough with them, obviously, for obvious reasons. They even changed the timing belt before they changed spark plugs. So that tells me they got scared, and I had to muscle them out. I probably should have done it when the engine was warm. Cylinder number 1352, cylinder number 2, passenger side front, we stripped, but we sunk that sleeve in there, got new plugs in it. Let's fire up. Come on, baby. This thing's been missing on and off for a year and a half. Purrs like a kitten. Look at that. Just need a freaking spark plug. We'll see, we'll drive it for a week, see what happens.